We all have that one come to Jesus moment when we realize that we need to start adulting. My moment was when I was driving down the road with my sister and my brakes gave out. It was a really scary situation, but I'm going to tell you how I dealt with it with adulting. Let me set the scene for you. It was raining and there are cars everywhere. It's a busy road and we're on our way to Target. We had just gone to McKay's, which is a bookstore if you don't know, and we were having a great day. We were talking, we were singing, we were having the best day of our lives, even though it was downpouring outside. We were still living it up. And all of a sudden, as I'm getting into the left turning lane to turn into the parking lot, this notification pops up on my screen in my car saying that I'm having parking brake malfunctions. Already then and there, my mind starts racing with, what is this? What's going on? What's wrong with my parking brake? Because I'm in the middle of driving and I don't really want to have any brake malfunctions. But right then and there, the car starts to jolt back and forth as I try and press my brake. As I'm trying to push in the pedal, it feels like there are 1,000 pounds of bricks under it and I can't force it in, not even the slightest. And the second I put a little bit of pressure to try and push it in, it screeches. It sounds like I'm a boy doing donuts in a parking lot. And it starts jolting and I start having a mental breakdown. I'm not gonna lie. I start crying and because I'm overwhelmed. This has never happened to me before. I've never been in a situation where my car or a car is having malfunctions or messing up. It's scary. And my sister luckily was with me and told me, she said, you need to calm down. You need to breathe right now and you needed to get us into the parking lot then we can call mom. Then we'll take it from there. So luckily I was able to breathe, take some deep breaths and to calm my heart because it felt like it was going to beat out of my chest. And I luckily managed to get us into an empty parking lot with no accidents. I didn't hurt anyone, no possible near accidents. It was all very smooth and seamless. Once I got into the parking lot, I immediately called my mother because who's not going to call their mom? And I call my mom and she says that you need to call roadside assistance. So that's exactly what we do. I call roadside assistance, I tell them my problem, and they said that they'll be there as soon as they can. As soon as they can meant hours. And in those hours, I sat in my car with my sister and I cried multiple times because I was worried about my car. Because this is the first time of my new car that I'm having problems. And I also had to be back in Johnson City because I was all the way in Nashville. And I had to be back in Johnson City in the next day. So I was already stressing about that because I knew that was no longer an option. And that I needed to call my work and tell them that I was not going to be able to make it in. With that was a problem for me because I'm a people pleaser. I don't like leaving people upset. I don't like letting people down. And that's exactly what I felt like I was doing to work. I thought I was going to let everyone down and put them out and put them at a disadvantage because they were going to have one less person than they should have. But the lessons I learned through this were that with adulting, you will look at situations completely different. After that day, I am able to handle things with grace and composure and realize that in the moment, in the heat of the moment, you need to calm down, you need to breathe, and you need to focus on what's important. In the end, when everything is taken care of, that's when you can freak out. That's when you can have your cry. That's when you can have your little meltdown. But in the moment, in the heat of the moment, when things really matter, that is when you need to be able to take care of the situation and take care of your loved ones or other people who could be in any danger and just get them into a safe place, get yourself into a safe place, and take care of the situation that needs to be taken care of. So that is my story on adulting and how I was able to handle that scary situation. Thank you.